Imagine if your Minecraft world had the best nether spawn ever, the best spawn for flying around, or even a spawn with every biome in the game. Here are the top 20 best seeds for the Minecraft Chase the Skies update. Seed 20 is the perfect seed for getting your hands on a happy Ghast as fast as possible, because it's got one of the most unbelievable nether spawns ever discovered. Believe it or not, this one gives you a nether fortress that has collided with not one, but 3 piglin bastions. You can walk right through the fortress into all 3 of the different bastions, loot the bastions for gold, and get your bartering game on, or maybe just stack up on all the amazing loot to help you take down Ghasts and collect those tears. You'll be chasing the skies in no time with this one. And don't worry Bedrock players, I've got a special nether seed coming up soon for you too. Seed 19 spawns you into a village where it looks like the villagers have been chasing the skies too. Way up towards the clouds, you can spot 2 houses that have managed to generate perfectly on a floating chunk of terrain. Build some balloons above the houses and you'll have a really cool base that looks like it's flying up to the sky. You can really tell why they decided to build up here too. You get such a great view of the sandy beaches and surrounded forests. Could make for a great launching pad for your happy Ghast adventures too. Seed 18 has every biome in the game within walking distance around spawn, which is always great for a starting world in a new update. It always gives you the best opportunity to explore as many new features as possible. This one has every biome within plus or minus 1,175 blocks from the world's center. There's snowy biomes to the east, warm biomes to the west, ocean to the south, wide open plains in the middle, and some jagged peaks to the north with some crazy looking aquifers. Which biome are you heading to first in the new drop? If your PC is struggling to keep up with Minecraft's new Chase the Skies update, I've got something that will take your gameplay to the next level and make sure your views from the skies are as smooth as possible. I've partnered up with Apex Gaming to drop a custom line of pre-built PCs perfectly tuned for Minecraft players who want high performance without the hassle. There are 3 builds to choose from. The Bronze, a super affordable option that still runs Minecraft smoothly even with mods and shader packs. The Streamer, equipped with an RTX 5060 Ti, gives you the performance you need to soar through the skies in stunning detail. And the Streamer Plus. This one's a powerhouse. If you want buttery smooth performance at max render distance with shaders, mods, and whatever else you throw at it, this is your rig. You can even finance your PC, so no need to pay everything up front. Just pick one that fits your needs and get right into the game. Use my link in the description to browse the builds and make sure to enter code CHILL at the checkout for 3% off. Now go conquer the skies and let's get back to the video. Seed 17 spawns you close to an unreal Badlands lake where, this time, it looks like it's the pillagers that are chasing the skies. In the middle of this insane, super deep lake, you can find a jungle village that has attached itself to a woodland mansion. And above that mansion, it gets crazy. Not only are there pillagers hanging out way beyond the clouds, but somehow, a shipwreck has managed to generate halfway up the outpost. I'm not sure how this is possible, but it's super cool. This would make for a really good diving platform if there wasn't a mansion below it. Seed 16 spawns you high up on the peaks of an epic snowy mountain where you can literally touch the sky. Take a look down and you'll spot a snowy crater right below your feet. If you were to build a cozy log cabin down here, you'd be protected by some of the steepest snow slopes ever found at spawn. There's a cool build location over the other side of the peaks too. Check out this snowy hill that is surrounded by a river of ice spikes. That view isn't too bad either. Would you rather have your starter base surrounded by mountains or ice spikes? Seed 15 spawns you in a wooded Badlands, and as you make your way through the woods, you'll spot a small patch of greenery looking over the vast eroded canyons. It's like a tiny drop of life in the middle of a giant world of dryness and decay. Make your way into the mixed forest and you'll spot a path. Follow the path down over the hills and you'll find that a lone villager has already turned this oasis into their home. With one singular house and the help of an iron golem, maybe this villager's job is to keep the green forest alive. Seed 14 spawns you on a giant dark oak continent with not just one, but 4 woodland mansions. The mansions have generated in a perfect square, with each one being just 700 blocks apart, and your adventure starts right in the middle of them all. So, no matter which way you decide to explore on this continent first, you're going to end up at a mansion. Imagine sharing this continent with 3 of your friends in the new update and flying on your happy Ghast to reach each other's mansion. Seed 13 spawns you on a beautiful mountain island in the middle of the ocean, giving you the perfect start for building up an island kingdom in the new update. The island has 2 ginormous mountains, and my favourite feature about this one is the valley that cuts right through the middle of the island. On both Bedrock and Java Edition, this island will give you villages to trade with, ancient cities to conquer, mountain caves to explore, beautiful places to build, and unbeatable ocean views. This is definitely an island I could see myself flying around. Seed 12 will give you a super peaceful start to the new update, spawning you right next to the scenic lake surrounded by mountains and Cherry Grove hills. There's loads of chill places around the lake where you could set up your base, but if you're on Bedrock Edition, there's another interesting spot for a floating sky base. Check out this floating chunk of stone hovering above the middle of the lake. If you could somehow make it up here in survival, you'd have a really cool spot for your starter base. Seed 11 gives you the perfect spawn if you're looking to set up a base in the Badlands. You'll be thrown right into this super spacious crater surrounded by steep forest walls. The thing I like most about this one is how flat and spacious the center of the crater is. It gives you the perfect opportunity to build whatever your heart desires. And there's loads of exposed caves to explore too, like this one that could be turned into an entrance into the crater. Do you think a happy Ghast could fit through here? If you're enjoying the seeds so far, drop a like on the video and subscribe for more. I've still got 10 more seeds to show you that will be perfect for the new drop, including more crazy structures and stunning terrain. But first, let's head back to the Nether. Seed 10 gives you an amazing spawn if you're wanting to speedrun the new update. It's literally got everything. You spawn right inside of a village, and underneath that village, you can find both a stronghold and a trial chamber. And if you head into the Nether from this village, you'll be teleported right next to a fortress inside of a soul sand valley, and that fortress is even connected to a piglin bastion. This seed has everything you need for getting yourself a happy Ghast and beating the game as fast as possible. Seed 9 spawns you right next to a super rare discovery, where rare structures and beautiful terrain have combined in a way that couldn't be any more perfect. You'll spawn right next to a triangle of mountain craters, and incredibly, 2 of those craters contain a woodland mansion. It's like these mansions were hand-placed by someone. How did they manage to generate so perfectly? I think it would be cool to turn one into your base and the other into a giant storage room, and then build a tunnel through the mountains to connect them. Seed 8 gives you a really nice spawn for starting your adventure, with a wide open plain surrounded by mountain and cherry grove. But once you're done admiring spawn, there's something over the other side of the mountains that you need to check out. Make your way down the slopes and you'll spot a large lake with another crazy structure cluster. As well as sky-high aquifers, you've got a mansion, a village, an outpost, and even an upside-down shipwreck. I'm not sure this is how these structures were intended to generate. Seed 7 has a really cool plains village inside of a perfect circle, surrounded by snow and ice spikes right in the center of the world. In every direction, all you'll be able to see is snow for miles. It's like these villages are clinging on to the last patch of life in a Minecraft ice age. Right in the middle of the circle is a wide open cave that is calling your name. Maybe you could build a base down here and move all the villagers in before the overworld completely freezes over. Seed 6 spawns you in a mountain range where 2 beautiful mountain craters have generated just opposite each other. The one you spawn in is full of cherry trees, and the other has a spacious meadow that would be perfect for building on. In between those 2 craters is a long and winding mountain valley. Just imagine flying through this valley on your happy Ghast and exploring the rest of your world. Seed 5 comes with both stunning terrain and a must-see village right at spawn. This is one of the most perfectly generated houses I have ever seen. I just love how this house has been suspended right between 2 giant windswept towers. The structures and the terrain are chasing the skies in this seed. I think this would be the perfect opportunity for building some sky bridges to connect the house to the mountains. Seed 4 will not only have you chasing the skies in the overworld, but in the end too. This seed has 2 end cities battling it out with 2 end ships super close together, directly facing each other. As well as all of the amazing loot you'll be able to grab from these ships, I think this would be the perfect place for an epic PvP battle with your friends. Seed 3 will have you ruling over the skies and all of the villages below, because this one spawns you right on top of a mountain that reaches the world height limit. And you won't believe how many villages you'll find down below. In Java Edition, 4 villages will be circling your spawn mountain, and in Bedrock Edition, position, you'll have 3. Connect all the villages, build a castle high above the clouds, and you'll have the ultimate spawn for ruling over your new Minecraft kingdom. Seed 2 spawns you down in a cave, so you could try surviving the underworld and avoid the skies altogether, but you'll be missing out on the amazing village you can find just above the cave. Take just a few steps through the forest, and you'll discover a cherry village that is generated in the middle of a crystal clear lake, surrounded by steep cliffs, mountains, and even waterfalls. This could be the most peaceful village spawn in Minecraft. Seed 1 has a spawn that I am dying to fly over in the Chase the Skies update. Check out this incredible Badlands and jungle crater that is filled with 2 lakes that have joined together to create one giant lake. There's plenty of space to build down here in the Badlands on the lake shores, but I think I would build a tree house up in the jungle so I could wake up to this amazing view every time I log on. What do you plan on doing first in the Chase the Skies drop? Let me know which seed was your favorite in the comments, and if you'd like to check out even more amazing Minecraft seeds, click on the video on screen now.